The pictures you are about to see in this video are from the website toyark.com. I will put a link in the description if you want to go check out all their Toy Fair coverage. And if not, just look what I got and maybe you'll be impressed to look at some more. Either way, Toy Ark, thank you guys for doing what you do, and I appreciate it. So let's get on with the video. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We are doing another episode of Toy Talk, and today I just got a new microphone that I'm very excited to try out and just test with you guys today. So I thought I'd use it because I want to do some more podcast stuff, and I can tell you right now there's a lot coming down the pipeline in terms of audio stuff. I know that's weird to say audio stuff, but trust me guys, you're going to want to stay tuned for what I got in store coming soon to this channel. So Toy Fair 2020 happened in New York this weekend. A lot of big reveals came up, and I know it's like day one happened yesterday on Saturday, but I thought, we got the time, let's just talk about the reveals that excited me from yesterday. I don't know if there's going to be a lot more happening over the next couple of days in terms of big reveals that could shock people. A lot of companies like to get out all their product for the beginning of the day, and then everyone can come in. Like the retailers, all the media people can just come in. So we had a lot of good reveals this year. And with that, I don't know where to even begin, because there's a lot that excited me, and on the same note, there's a lot that I didn't like that much, and it's just like that for every show. Sometimes there's things you like, sometimes there's things you don't like, there's things that get you pumped for more product, and sometimes there just isn't. But I thought I'd give you my top 10 things that excited me this year at Toy Fair that I'm very excited to see come down the pipeline, and I hope we get more from. These are in no particular order. I think they're actually in the order of just kind of how they came across my feed and how I was like, okay, that's interesting. There's stuff from the same company in here. There's one company in particular that I got a lot of stuff from because I think they're doing really good with what they got. So I'm very excited to see where that comes from. So let's get started, right? Let's just jump into it. We'll see what we got. I guess we'll start with Marvel Legends, because that is a company I know a lot of people are excited for, and I could probably do a whole episode talking about the Marvel Legends reveals, and I might if this episode does good, but man, I don't know. The reveals didn't excite me like I wanted them to. I'm not an Age of Apocalypse guy, I'm not a Fox X-Men guy, I don't want any of those properties, I didn't like any of the game stuff, I'm not a video game person, so nothing really jumped out at me. But what did jump out to me was a couple of items. So the first one I want to talk about is the Spider-Man Vintage Card Retro Wave, and it looks pretty good so far. I like what we're seeing with the Gwen Stacy, and I like what we're seeing with that Peter Parker. I'm actually really happy we're getting a normal Peter Parker that isn't just an alternate head for one of the Spider-Mans. But what really stuck out to me about that wave was the new Spider-Man we're getting on that new Superior Octopus body. I think it looks really good. The paint looks very clean. It's got a very Steve Ditko design to it. And I think that's going to be a very cool one to have in the collection. I'm very excited to see how that one turns out. I'm liking the cards too. They look like that classic TV series, which I like. I didn't collect any of that, cards from that era, so I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out. It's going to be really fun. And sticking with the Marvel Legends, there was two other ones that I kind of clumped together because they're from the same assortment that I was very excited for. And that is the Leader, because we needed a leader for so long. I'm amazed it took us this long to get a new comic accurate leader. And Mach 1, which I'm a Thunderbolts guy. I love that classic team of Thunderbolts. Mach 1 looks great. It definitely looks like the Ultimate Beetle body, which go ahead, use it where you want. I'm okay with it because Beetle was Mach 1. I'm not going to complain, but it's fine. I think it's going to be a good figure, and we'll have to see what happens with that. I guess kind of sticking with Hasbro on that note, there's one big thing I kind of talked about in a previous episode of Toy Talk that I want to come back to at the end because there's a lot of people talking about it. But the interactive child from The Mandalorian, or the Baby Yoda as he's been dubbed online, I am very interested in this piece. I think it's very interesting. You're going to get a lot of people to buy it because Baby Yoda is a very popular character. It's very fun. It's very cute. It just stuck out to me as something that I could obviously see people wanting to buy, even if you're not into the interactive plush doll kind of thing, because it's just one of those characters that permeated in pulp culture so fast, and I think it's going to be one that a lot of people are going to go and try to get. So I had to look at it and I was like, that's really cool. Am I going to buy it? If it goes on sale, I could maybe buy it. I don't know. It seems very interesting, and I wanted to talk about it because I like the way it looked, and it's kind of interesting. So here's something really fun. I only have 2 other toy companies to talk about, aside from Hasbro, because I'm looking at my list, I'm like, wow, there's one company that really outdid themselves this year, and I can't wait to talk about it. But before we get to that company, let's talk about McFarlane Toys. I did a whole episode talking about their DC Multiverse line, a line I was very interested in, and then I saw some of the figures closer up, and there's a reviewer out there, his name is Anthony's Customs, and he really just nailed it on the head with how these figures are. And when I started to watch his reviews and I started to actually go to stores, and I've come close to picking up a lot of these figures, I just couldn't do it because I don't like the way they look, and I was really excited for them, but they kind of let me down. So there was a bunch of reveals for the multiverse stuff, and I could talk about that in another review, but I didn't like any of the reveals. I didn't think they looked that good. But they did 2 action figures that they revealed that kind of excited me, and the first one I want to talk about is the plastic patroller from the McFarlane Fortnite line. I love the way this one looks because it's just a giant army guy, and it's done in the plastic, small toy that you could get anywhere, like at your arcade game. You get enough tickets, you can buy a bunch of those guys, you get them in barrels and all that stuff. I think this looks incredible. This is one of those ones like Peely that I think a lot of people are going to want to army build because it's just a plastic patroller. It's your classic green army man with articulation, and a lot of people are going to be appealed to that, and they're going to want to get that and have it in their collection. I, for one, am going to want that because I love the way it looks. I think it looks incredible, and I'm so excited to see that one come into my collection. So I'm very excited, and I cannot wait to get that one. And the other one too is from a line I don't collect. I do like the games though, and that is Mortal Kombat. I do like Mortal Kombat. McFarlane's figures haven't impressed me. I did pick up the Scorpion. I did not like it that much. It's just kind of stiff, and I think McFarlane's very hit or miss. But the one that did excite me that they announced was Katana, and it's from the new game, and I wanted to get this one, and I like the way it looks because that's my favorite design for Katana. I love when they just play into the ethnicity being completely Asian with her. I think it looks great. She looks very amazing, and this entire aesthetic for her with the blue, with the everything about her, just the way she looks, it really helped me draft one of these designs I'm doing for a personal project that I'm looking to launch soon. So that was very excited. I just love the way it looks because it inspired me, and it just helped me draft this look I was going for a certain character I'm working on. And the figure itself looks great. I love the costume, I love the colors. I'm excited to see where that one comes from, and it could be really cool to see. So we'll have to wait, and it could be good, it could be bad. McFarlane's very hit or miss, and I'm excited, so it could be really fun. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, here's the big boys. Here's the big boys that really knocked it out of the park this year. And I know, I could probably do a whole video talking about just what they showed. See, the thing is with Toy Fair, when it comes to all these convention stuff, everybody does their review and gives their 2 cents on what was revealed. And so I was like, oh man, that looks so good. I can't wait to talk about it or get it in hand. I don't want to do that with every reveal that comes out. You guys already know what comes out because we all follow the same sources and we all talk about the stuff that we like. So I just wanted to bring up what really stuck out to me and what really made me excited. And so the company I was talking about there was NECA Toys. NECA is probably the leading collector-friendly company right now because they know exactly what they're doing, and it's amazing. They had so many good reveals. We're going to start with the one that surprised me the most. That was Back to the Future. I mean, I got a lot of their Terminator stuff. I got a lot of their other movie properties, like Alien and Predator. And just, I know those properties well, but man, I love Back to the Future. That is one of my favorite franchises, more so than Ghostbusters even. I've never liked Ghostbusters personally, so the Hasbro line I don't care about. But man, this Marty McFly looks incredible. They're doing an animated series look too for that anniversary. Man, it looks so good. This is going to be a line I'm going to get everything involved with. They also kind of revealed Jaws stuff, which is kind of exciting. But man, Back to the Future, holy cow. I can't wait to see what we get. I don't know if we're going to get a DeLorean, but as a deluxe thing, I'd love to see it, man. They didn't show Doc Brown, which makes me think they're saving up to that one. I could see them doing a Biff. I could see them doing a Marty McFly with the guitar. I don't know. It's very exciting, and I cannot wait to see what comes from that one. And on that note, too, this one really shocked me. Defenders of the Earth. I had no idea I needed these figures in my collection. Now, I will be the first to admit I am not a big Defenders of the Earth guy. I know the Phantom, I know Mandrake, the Magician, and, Flash Gordon. But the rest, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. But they look incredible. And they're done in that style they did for like the Superman and Predator pack, the Superman and the Superman Predator pack, the Batman and Alien pack, and the Green Lantern and Sinestro Corps Predator pack. I think were those the packs, or was Superman packaged with an alien too? I can't remember, but they look incredible. I love the way they look, like so clean. They just give that aesthetic of that era, and it could easily fit in with those characters that we already got from them. I think if they scoop in there and they get a lot more of these like obscure properties that a lot of collectors are going to be very happy towards, I think they could really knock it out of the park and do something really cool and interesting. I really love what they're doing here. It is really cool, guys. Like I love this. It looks amazing to me. Like I didn't know I wanted these. You could have told me like 10 years ago that I'd be obsessed with a Defenders of the Earth action figure set. I'd be like, who cares? That's stupid. But these look incredible. I'm very excited to pick them up. And of course, Ninja Turtles. Like, they showed a bunch of Ninja Turtle properties off, and I don't want to talk about all of them. You guys already know everything they released. Everybody has talked to death about these figures. So I'm just not going to bring it up. So what I'm going to bring up, though, are the couple of ones that they showed up that I really, really liked. The ones that, like, this is amazing. I'm so happy that these have been made. And the first one is the cartoon accurate Master Splinter. I'm a huge fan of Master Splinter. I think he's my favorite character in the entire lore of the Ninja Turtles. And the cloth robe looks great. The articulation, we're going to have to see how that works, because it's not... The design itself isn't a very, like, mobile design, so it could easily be hit or miss. I don't really care, because I'm not going to have him in a bunch of action poses, but I really like what I'm seeing here. Like, I think it looks amazing, and I'm very excited to get that one. And of course, Toka and Raza. Like, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? They look incredible. They look so big and detailed, right down to every exact moment of the franchise. I absolutely love it. I love everything I'm seeing from this. I think it looks incredible. It looks so unique. And man, I cannot wait to pick these ones up. This 2-pack is coming to Walmart, which is, I know some people might be worried, but I think Walmart is doing a better job at, like, doing these things for collectors. So it could be really cool to see. We'll have to wait. I don't know. I'm excited for these. I think they look incredible. And now circling back to my number, this one probably is my number one that I'm excited for. I talked about it in a previous Toy Talk, so I'm going to talk about it here. There has been a lot of speculation about the 6-inch G.I. Joe's line, and we do get confirmation. We saw Snake Eyes before the actual show, and at this show, we saw Roadblock, Scarlet, and Duke. I know a lot of people are kind of down on the designs because they're a little more modernized. To me, it's a lot like the Siege line of Transformers for the War of Cybertron. It gives you sparks of the classic characters that we know, that we love, but it modernizes it up. It makes it a little more different, and it's its own unique thing. I, for one, really like the designs here. It's got this kind of a Overwatch aesthetic mixed in with that classic G.I. Joe look, and I think it really works. My favorite one is Scarlet. Scarlet's the one I think a lot of people are down on because it's not the classic suit. Look, this line does well. We will get the classic suit. You guys don't have to worry about that, but I think it looks really cool. I love the face sculpt for her. I love the freckles. I really like this figure. It's probably my favorite one they showed. I really like the Snake Eyes too. I'm not going to get the big exclusive with all the extra stuff. I don't need that. I'm not going to display my Snake Eyes with all that extra stuff, but it looks really good. Duke looks good. Roadblock looks good. I'm very excited for this line, and I cannot wait to see what they do and what comes down the pipeline, because it could be very exciting, and I'm very interested to see what comes of it. This line is really fun, and this toy fair has been really good so far. There's a lot of duds, I think, for stuff that personally I'm not excited for. I could do a list of things. If you guys are interested, I could be like things I don't care about, but I don't want to be negative towards toys. That's not really cool. But this was really fun to talk about, and I love talking about toys. So let me know in the comments, what are you guys most excited for? What was your favorite reveal to come out of this toy fair? And what are you excited to see come down the line for these companies? Love a Baroness. put the glasses on. I don't care how she looks. Just saying. Alright, that is going to do it for me for this Toy Talk. I appreciate it, guys, for sticking around this long. And I will catch you in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can check me out on Patreon for exclusive content. And holla at your brother. We're going to delete that part. Actually, we're not. We're going to keep it in because runtime is important. So later, Gators.